this show. What's up, my Curbsters? I hope y'all can hear me. We are live and in full effect, child. It's been a whole situation. We got your girl, Shawn The Gossip on deck. Hey, boo.
Hey.
I don't know what it is. Every time I get to starting to try to do something on this doggone thing here, I'm always having some kind of technical difficulties now. What is going on? I'm
What
like,
is
damn,
going on in the sheets in my
girl,
home, girl?
girl. And of course, I'm like, we got much to discuss. We got a whole lineup this time. And hopefully, I'm not going to say that it's going to be an hour exactly. It's going to be longer than an hour because, honey, what in the hell? It seemed like we had 48 hours of just hot topics going down between Cassie and Diddy and Chrisean and Tamar and James and then Foxy Brown and Claudia and Little Kim. Like, I'm like, what is going on? What is going on?
It's been a whole situation. I don't know what the hell going on, but these celebrities been out of control. It's just too much for me, baby.
Girl, look, you know what? I ain't one to gossip, but we will bring you the tea. This whole situation about Diddy and Cassie, let's just jump right on into it. So y'all heard that Cassie, which her real name is Cassandra Ventura, filed a lawsuit against Puffy Combs, Sean Combs, Diddy Bop, whatever you want to call him, Brother Love, for sex assault, for sex trafficking, for abuse. Like, she ran down a whole list of things that he has done. And people are out here now like, okay, are we finna get a surviving Diddy like they did with R. Kelly? Because it's been a lot. So according to the official Ken Barbie page, y'all, they said that she sued him in federal court on Thursday, November 16th, for alleged sexual assault and physical abuse over the course of more than 10 years. And according to her, this pattern began at the age of 19 when she first met him. Now, let's talk about how they first met, Shy. You know the story?
I don't know the story.
Okay, so let me run down the story. Okay, you guys, let me before we break this down. Hey, y'all, let's see. Hey, we see Mama Joe was up in the building.
Hey,
Don't forget
mama.
to like, share, and comment. Okay, get everybody up in here so we can have this really powerful discussion, because a lot of people don't know how they met. But I think we've talked about Diddy before. We've talked about Diddy before on the Curve. And we told you guys that she was actually signed to a producer who she was dating as well. And all of this whole situation with these federal charges has brought up all of the old video and clippings, honey. If you go on the Tick and the Talk, it's just a whole bunch of stuff of showing clips and stuff of him and her together and how he be giving her the side eye. And there's even a clip where he's at the round table in a meeting, and the producer guy and Cassie is on one end and he's on the other end of the table, and they're discussing whatever. But she was actually with the producer guy, and I'm gonna pull up his name. I can't remember it right now.
I think it's Ryan Leslie. I actually just watched a TikTok. I said no, but I did just watch a TikTok of a lady detailing what happened, and woo.
Yes, honey. And they were dating, they were in a relationship, and basically Diddy just swooped in on her, took her, and apparently the song that them two, the producer Leslie and her, were already doing, he kind of stole the song and rejudged it and duped it and put it out, which is the Me and You song, right? Now this is all alleged. Where's my my stuff? This is all alleged information, y'all. It's a little bit of truth, a little bit of lies, but it's all factual. So just take it with a grain of salt. But this is what they say, okay? That is how they met, and that is what, how she came to Bad Boy as well. Okay.
Baby, and they said this is from these TikTok streets too. So what they
Mm-hmm.
said happened. Diddy roped her in and immediately signed her to a 10 album contract. Then
Mm.
he imposed himself into her life. He began to pay all her bills, buy her gifts, shower her with finances, baby, paying
Mm.
every bill she had, and he made it so that she was financially dependent on him. This was over 2 years time. They said he was still with Kim Porter doing all this shit.
Mm-hmm. Girl,
So
yes.
then, he roped her in eventually and got her locked in under this 10 album contract. So people are saying, where's she gonna leave? Why she leave? Where's she going?
She ain't going nowhere, girl.
Where could
And
she go?
she didn't give us no 10 albums. She barely made 2 albums. How many albums did Cassie make total?
Girl, who you asking? The only song I know
Exactly.
by is When It's Me and You. Uh, I've been waiting, but I think I gotta make a move now. Baby,
Okay.
tell me how you like it. That's the only song I know about. Do she got other songs? And I'm not even trying to be shady. If she got other songs, somebody can tell us, because I don't know.
It's another song. It's the unless it's a remix of the Me and You. Was you singing Me and You?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the only one that I know.
Oh. I thought you had another damn song, Sixx.
Girl, you know what? Let me do some investigation.
Head on to the Googler.
Okay, I'm on the Googler right now because I don't remember no other song from Cassie except for that, and that was the only one off of the album that was like her best and only. If I'm not, so they said she got Long Way to Go, Me and You, 2 versions of Me and You because it's a stolen version. I'm just saying, allegedly. Official Girl, It Is You, Love a Loser, Another Me and You, okay, Paradise, King of Hearts, Kiss Me, Miss Your Touch. None of these I know. None of these, girl. Numb, Don't Play It Safe, Must Be Love, What Do You Want, Sound of Love. Like, what the hell? Cassie got all of these songs, and girl, the only one we all ever know is Me and You. I'm just okay. Let me just say, I don't know if she released no 10 albums on the Bad Boy. I don't think she finished the contract.
She ain't complete that contract, but maybe eventually, after the music didn't go nowhere, he had to let her up out of that contract. I was wondering, like, even after she left him, why she never pursued her music. But now it seems like she probably was still under contract.
She was not under contract, yeah. Hey, Sharon, aka Sharon in the building.
Hey, Sharon, what's up, boo?
Yes, thanks for joining, boo. So we're starting off with this Cassie Diddy situation for those that are just coming in, and we're taking you to the beginning. So, just to do a short little recap, Cassie was with Leslie. He was a producer. He actually had a song with Cassie already that was similar to the Me and You, and allegedly, word on the curb is Diddy Bop was interested in Cassie, and he kind of swooned in behind Leslie's back. Now, Leslie and Diddy were friends. They knew each other, okay? And he kind of just went behind his boy's back to holler at his girl. He took his girl and took the song and reused it as to make it his own, and took her and the song to Bad Boy label. That's what we are. And we're giving you the foundation of how these two met. And she was 19 at the time that he met her, and of course he was way older than her. Y'all already know how it go. According to this article, it says that that is when they met, and that's when the abuse started, when she was 19, and she met him and signed to his label, Bad Boy Records. And specific accusations include a pattern of control through drugs and other substances, physical assault, and forcing her to have intercourse with male sex workers while the executive recorded these acts. And they even said allegedly that he was masturbating to these video recordings of her having sex with these sex workers. Okay. Now, we've had these discussions before about Mr. Diddy and him. I used to tell y'all all the time he would come to Detroit. He would go to the gay bars here in Detroit, allegedly. Okay, I'm just gonna keep saying allegedly because we don't want no smoke this way. But he used to come down here to Detroit quite often and visit the gay clubs here. And he was the talk of the town. And we used to be like, well, what are you doing here in Detroit? Because he wasn't doing any concerts. Now, truth be told, he's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And he'll tell you he's a metrosexual man, okay? But what he be failing to tell y'all is he be swinging both ways. So look good. So would you please swing it my way? Yeah. Sure they swing my way. Okay.
Swing it over here, shawty.
Over here, shorty. Yes. Okay. So in addition to this federal lawsuit that Cassie had filed, the suit suggests that as their relationship came to a close in 2018, he barged into her home and sexually assaulted her when she was trying to leave the relationship. Okay. Y'all can read this whole rest of this stuff. We're getting into more of the hot topics part of it because this lawsuit includes $30 million. Now, I know you guys have seen the clippings, okay, of everything. And I do want to go over some of the contract, like the legal documentation. Let me see if I can pull that up right quick, because she vividly describes all of what encountered with her. And then Kid Cudi comes out to confirm one of the stories. And that was because there was at one particular time, I guess they were on a break, and Kid Cudi was trying to swing her way. And next thing you know, Diddy had heard something about it, and he set that nigga's car on fire in his driveway.
Baby, that's what you call psychotic. Ain't no way.
Ain't
that's
no
what you
way.
call psychotic. Why would you do some shit like that, sir?
Girl, and this was in the documentation, honey. And on top of that, Kid Cudi confirmed all of that information. He was like, she is telling the truth. It is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay. Y'all, they didn't delete it. Yeah, they didn't delete that one that let me see if it had it in this whatchamacallit, but I don't think so. They deleted the one that had all of the charges that was listed. Probably because they didn't set up the dang on lawsuit, y'all. So if y'all haven't heard about that, the next day after we got the notification on the 16th that she filed charges, he did a settlement with her, an undisclosed settlement amount with Cassie.
Baby, the fastest settlement on record.
On record, y'all. Okay, on record. So I don't know what happened.
Diddy's lawyer came out and said, just because he settled don't mean he's guilty.
Yeah, because let me tell y'all something. When people try to settle, okay, that does not necessarily mean that they're guilty. That just means that they're trying to hush her up because he has a lot more money out there that he could potentially fall on if this story was to continue. So a lot of people, even in some of these bigger profile cases, stuff like with that, and it came out when they went to trial. But a couple of lawsuits prior to that he paid the amount just to make it. It doesn't necessarily mean that Michael Jackson was at fault and did have little kids. Okay, that's on you. I didn't believe it, but whatever you want to say. Okay. But
Mm-hmm.
in them documents that she had filed, she gave vivid descriptions of incidents that took place between her and Diddy. And that one with Kid Cudi, that was just one that he came out to confirm. Yeah, that happened. He blew up my car in my driveway, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? And it's just been a whole back and forth. But now that they have already settled this case, we'll never know how much she settled for, because I guarantee y'all 100,000%. Hey Gio, thanks for joining. Hey Joy, what's happening, boo? I guarantee 100,000% that he had them do a DNA clause that she cannot speak about this with anybody. She can't bring up, she can't even refer to the amount of the settlement. Honey, y'all know that Diddy be having them Trump type NDAs, okay? And a lot of them are out here confirming some of this stuff. Danity Kane members then came out confirming some stuff. A lot of people is out here rooting for Cassie because they know how he treated her when they were together.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy. Okay, so in one incident described in the court papers, Miss Ventura, that's Cassie's last name, says that in early 2012, Mr. Combs grew so angry about her dating the rapper Kid Cudi that he said he would blow up the rapper's car. Around that time, the suit says Kid Cudi's car exploded in his driveway. Through a spokeswoman, Kid Cudi confirmed Miss Ventura's account. This is all true, he said. Honey, child, they just showing the pictures. But I was,
it is like, that's psychotic. I ain't gonna lie.
And
That's
you know what? Let me tell
psychotic,
y'all
baby.
something. Let me tell you this, Sean. When this whole situation came out, we was so ecstatic because we were finally going to be able to hear some of this stuff that we have known over the course of years about Diddy. Okay. Like we've always said that Diddy was out here being a womanizer and abusing some women. Now, this chick that came over, that one chick that was dating Diddy that came on Tasha K's show. Now, she was one of the ones that I did believe as well of what happened, because she ended up telling some of the stories on Tasha K, and then she went back to him. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And I really think that he took her back just to shut her up, because she started, and people weren't believing her. But like, that's part of the problem out here nowadays, is that women are coming out and speaking up against this. The whole thing with Keke Palmer as well. Like, she had been telling us about Trey Songz, now she's telling us about Darius. Like, some of the things that these women out here have been saying, people just have not been taking it to heart. Like, they just don't care about what's been going on. But
Yeah,
we knew that something was going on with Cassie. We knew something was going on with Cassie, because then she tried to come out before and she was saying that he had forced her to get some abortions because he wasn't ready for kids and stuff like that. But then he was having kids with everybody else around her. Like, he had kids with Kim Porter while he was with her, and another baby was produced while he was with her. Like, he was out here fathering kids, but he didn't want kids with her.
Yeah, that's ooh. And she was his main squeeze at the
Right.
time.
At the time. See, and I think it's just because he had been manipulating her over the course of years. He met her when she was 19. You know what I'm saying? And he would shower her with gifts and everything. Even in the lawsuit, that's what she was saying. He would give her gifts and stuff like that for beating her behind. Sharon, aka Sharon, said, yeah, and people are blaming the victims and are putting a timeline on when the victims should report. It makes me sick. Now, I'm one of those ones, Karen, Sharon, that I believe to come forth. I know you should come forth when you want to, but I am more of a pettier person. I feel like I could take you down quicker, and and I'll deal with my emotions later, especially somebody like Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Diddy, take them down while they on top. Get the money if that's what you really want. But my whole thing is, waiting all of these years, but if she got the proof, and that's what we were trying to find out, do she still got some of this proof? Because in some of those legal documents, they were saying that Diddy would tell her to delete these videos and all of this stuff. But we know that you could go and recoup them deleted videos from some of this stuff, from computers and stuff like that. Like, for real, I want to see the evidence. You say you did?
Yeah, I bet you she had evidence, which is why, things settled. She had
Yeah,
evidence, I bet you.
I really do believe she did as well. And an
Girls.
allowance, right, Joy? And Sharon, aka Sharon, said, I get it, but some victims are not as strong. Yeah, I understand.
I
Yeah, I
mean, when you
understand.
dealing with somebody named, like Diddy, who has you under contract, because not only was he financially probably and physically abusing her, he had her under a contract. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, if she took Diddy down, it's not like she was going to be able, or told, it's not like she was going to be able to go and start doing her business because she's still under that contract.
But you know what? Well, considering all of this music stuff that she had, it looked like she might have gave him his 10 albums, even though I don't believe that it did anything.
I
But
mean, you think
I
she
didn't.
done released 10 albums? Boy,
I don't. Let me Google how many albums Cassie has released. Let's
yeah,
see.
girl. I don't think
Hmm.
it can't be 10. Ain't no way.
Yeah, I don't. It might. I don't believe it either. But she did one in 2006, 2013, 2014, 2010, and 20. Well, no,
Oh,
that
so she
can't be.
have been releasing quite a big, few albums
A
then.
few albums. She didn't have a few albums, but they weren't about nothing. If that's all we can remember is Me and You.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. She wasn't nowhere near her 10 album count, but I guess it was something that Diddy saw in her that he thought he was gonna get 10 albums out of her, because there is no way. No way that, I mean, she's not and she's a pretty girl, don't get me wrong, but she is just not her music. What is her style? Like, we know what a Mary J. Blige's style is. We know, like, what was her style? What I don't know really too much about Cassie in the essence. I know that she was like a more of a model type female, like, but not when it comes to songs, you know. Well, child, I wish her all the luck. They settled the lawsuit. We don't know how much it was for, but the clips that I had that had the legal documents so that we could have read some of those stories that she was saying, it got deleted when I clicked on the link. It's no longer there. Let me see if I could try to Google it. That is really something. Did I lose Sean? And Sean, you still there, boo? Let's see. Can y'all hear me? I'm just making sure. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, you hear me? Sharon hears me. Okay, we lost Shine. So I think something was happening with her. Okay, no problem. She'll get back up on here. I'm going to try to see if I can get the legal documents, because there's a couple of stories in particular that I am curious about. Um, Cassie lawsuit um documents. Let's see if they give me the documents. Let's see here. Is it gonna give me the documents? Okay, I found it. Yay me. Okay, let's go over this. I'm gonna hopefully we'll be able to get Shine back in here. But let's take a look at these documents and go over these stories, y'all, because that's what I really want to go. And this gives a trigger warning on the documents because it is so detrimental. Okay. So in the preliminary statements, it says defendant Sean Combs is a rapper and a record executive, popular known popularly known by his stage names Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, or Diddy. Mr. Combs came to fame in the early 1990s with his record label Bad Boy Records, and he rose to prominence in the music and entertainment industry over the decades and is regularly referred to as a hip hop mogul. In 2022, now y'all remember this, Combs receives the Lifetime Achievement Awards at the BET Awards, and during his acceptance speech, he stated, I have to give a special shout out, thank you, love, to the people that really was there for me. He named a number of people before adding, also Cassie, for holding me down in dark times, love. Now, we were all curious about this at that time as well, because we didn't know what the hell was going on. Why did he bring up Cassie at that particular time? Hey Sean, you back?
Yeah, boo. Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
booted that on my phone, but
Okay.
yeah, I agree
I
with
found
you.
a
We were
document.
wondering, like, why are you mentioning that woman? She done
Why?
moved on. She
And married
married
with
with
2 kids.
children, and you know her
Mm-hmm.
husband don't like your ass now.
Girl, he been
So.
trolling him. He been
Ooh,
trolling him.
that
Ah,
hubby is something else, baby.
girl, he is, right? So then it goes on to say the truth, however, is that Cassie was held down by Mr. Combs and endured over a decade of his violent behavior and disturbed demands. For Miss Ventura, the dark times were those she spent trapped by Mr. Combs in the cycle of abuse, violence, and sex trafficking, among other violent and unlawful acts. Mr. Combs, here are these bullet points, y'all, raped Miss Ventura in her own home after she tried to leave him, often punched, beat, kicked, and stomped on Miss Ventura, resulting in bruises, burst lips, black eyes, and bleeding. Blew up a man's car after he learned that they were romantically interested in Miss Ventura. Forced Miss Ventura to engage in sex acts with male sex workers while masturbating and filming the encounters. Ran out of his apartment with a firearm in pursuit of a rival industry executive whom he learned was nearby. Demanded that Miss Ventura to carry his firearm in her purse just to make her uncomfortable and demonstrate how dangerous he is, and introduced Miss Ventura to a lifestyle of excessive alcohol and substance abuse and required her to procure illicit prescriptions to satisfy his own addiction. Oh my God,
Diddy,
y'all.
you out here being a pillhead, sir.
Girl,
What?
this is crazy. All right, let's go on to number 4. Because, like I said, there's many pages of this, but these stories, she's gonna break down the stories in this lawsuit as well. So those bullet points was just an overview, but she's gonna give us the description in these documents too. So under number 4, it says she met Mr. Combs in 2005 when she was 19 years old and he was 37 years old. He signed her to a record label, Bad Boy Records, and within a few years, he lured Miss Ventura into abstemious, I can't say it right, fast-paced and drug-fueled lifestyle, and into a romantic relationship with him. Her boss, one of the most powerful men in the entertainment industry, and a vicious, cruel, and controlling man, nearly 2 decades her senior.
Oh,
Mr. Mr. Combs asserted complete control over Miss Ventura, her personal and professional life, therefore ensuring her an inability to escape his hold. And he provided unprecedented avenues for success for the aspiring artist, but in return demanded he wanted her to be obstinate and loyal in her silence.
ooh. Well,
Throughout this relationship, Mr. Combs was prone to uncontrollable rage and frequently beat Miss Ventura savagely. These beatings were witnessed by Mr. Combs' staff and employees of Bad Boy Entertainment and Mr. Combs' related businesses, but no one dared to speak up against their frightening and ferocious boss. Following these episodes of horrific abuse, Mr. Combs would immediately attempt to hide Miss Ventura and the evidence of his violent rage. And he often showered her with gifts following incidents of physical violence, a typical pattern of behavior by serial abusers. In addition to the physical assault, Mr. Combs frequently reminded Miss Ventura of his ability to cause serious harm, whether by requiring her to carry his gun in her purse or by blowing up the car of a musician that was romantically interested in Miss Ventura. Adding insult to injury, Mr. Combs used illegal substances and threats of violence to force Miss Ventura into repeated unwanted sexual encounters with male sex workers. And over the years that Mr. Combs abused Miss Ventura physically and sexually, she again and again tried to escape his tight hold over her life. Every time she hid, Mr. Combs' vast network of corporations and affiliated entities found her, and those who worked for Mr. Combs' company implored her to return back to him. And many went as far as to explicitly state that her failure to return to Mr. Combs would hinder her success in the entertainment business. So basically, he was holding that contract over her head. Like, if you don't come back to me, then you won't be able to get no work.
Mm-hmm.
When she believed that she had finally separated from her longtime abuser, she joined Mr. Combs for dinner, which I don't know why she went back, but she went back and had dinner with him, and after which he forced her into her home and raped her while she repeatedly said no and tried to push him away. Miss Ventura has now fully escaped Mr. Combs, but the harm that the assaults and the sexual abuse he caused her to experience for nearly a decade would forever haunt her. And she has required intensive medical and psychological care to recover from the trauma she lived through. She cannot, however, continue to live in silence about what she endured, and Mr. Combs remains immensely powerful and immensely dangerous. Miss Ventura's therefore seeks justice for the decade of her life that Mr. Combs took away from her with threats of violence, excessive use of drugs, physical and psychological abuse, and sexual slavery. And according to Ms. Ventura, she brings this action seeking injunction, declaratory, and monetary relief against defendant in violation of federal sex trafficking laws, and it lists the laws. The New York State Human Rights Law, it lists that as well, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So into let me scroll down because I want to get, because this goes into the ramifications of what the charges are being charged against Puffy. But here is some of the factual allegations. Okay, we knew he was being petty. He was, Joy. He was being petty. He was being petty. He did not want her to get away. Um. Okay, I don't want to reread some of this stuff over, but to promote the album, Ventura made television appearances on MTV Totals Request Live and BET 106 in part. Miss Ventura suffered from significant performance anxiety during these appearances, and press outlets were highly critical of Miss Ventura's performances on the show. Mr. Combs, however, sought to rehabilitate his newly signed talent, telling MTV News, "You can hear the nervousness in her voice. And to be honest, I kind of smiled at it because it made me really appreciate what I really love about her. She's a regular person. It just made me appreciate that she got nervous, and it was kind of cute to me, to be honest. You've got to understand that success for her is coming out of nowhere. It's just so huge, and sometimes everybody handles it differently." While clearly he was noting in this whole thing cute to him and how she was a regular person, etc. That his comments rang true to some extent upon signing the Bad Boy Records, Miss Ventura, and was quickly thrust into the spotlight and was unfamiliar with how to navigate through her new celebrity status. A lot of artists, when they are first signed, like at Motown, they had them go through certain classes to be able to deal with questions and how to be poised, how to handle yourself, how to walk, how to talk, how to engage. Like they had classes at Motown. I know, Mama, you could confirm with that, but they had actual classes for their new artists when they, started to gather more and more because they wanted a certain appearance within their own record label. They had a certain je ne sais quoi, which is like when you say you're signed to Motown, it comes with that label of knowing, hey, this artist was prepped for this. They know exactly what to do, type of thing. And what they're saying in here is basically he just threw her out there like, a little dog to the wolves. Here, just going out there and swing it the best way you can. He didn't teach her of the ways to be an artist being, out there in public, which is sad because, a lot of artists are very, intimidated by large audiences. Like, even what's her name? I forgot. She's very shy. She sings that song with Usher, Good, Good, Shine. What's her name? It's her, 21 Savage, and Usher. I forgot the name of her.
I
But
don't
she's
know the name of that. Hold on.
Yeah, but she's really, really shy, and she said that she has anxiety going on the stage. Like
Oh,
it
Summer
really affects her.
Walker.
Summer Walker, yeah, like she's really tormented by it. Like even to this day, she still has issues with it, even though she's been out doing music for a long time. So some people, you have to kind of coax them up into being in the spotlight because they don't know. They don't know how to handle themselves. Um, let's go down to this one here. They're saying that he was early in their working relationship. Mr. Combs positioned himself as a father figure and protected Miss Ventura. And by way of example, after returning to New York after a trip in Las Vegas, during which she endured a brief hospital stay, Miss Ventura, who by then was fully healthy, went out to the club with her friends. When Mr. Combs saw her out, he reprimanded her, telling her to go home and take care of herself. At the time, Ms. Ventura thought that her record label was looking out for her well-being and that Mr. Combs had her best interest in mind. No, he was just trying to tell you what to do.
Right, he was
Mr. Combs,
controlling
he
you,
was
baby.
controlling her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Combs also ensured he was intertwined with Miss Ventura's personal and social life, for instance, by inviting himself to her 21st birthday party in Las Vegas. And he also brought along famous musicians and producers, thereby flaunting his celebrity status and influence in front of a young, impressionable Miss Ventura. This is where they start getting into stuff with Kim Porter, y'all. Although Mr. Combs knew that Miss Ventura was in a relationship at the time. Now, I really wish they would clarify this. This was at her 21st birthday, and she was in a relationship. So I'm assuming this is with the producer guy that I was telling you guys about at that time. Mm. And even though he was publicly in a relationship with Kim Porter, Mr. Combs nevertheless pursued Miss Ventura. And at an after party in a hotel suite following Miss Ventura's 21st birthday party, Mr. Combs pulled Miss Ventura into the bathroom and forcibly kissed her. Miss Ventura did not consent to this unwanted contract, and she immediately ran out of the bathroom in the hotel suite and cried. She told her best friend at the time about what had happened, but was too scared to tell anyone else. That had to be with that whole thing. What up, though, Shantae? Thanks for joining, boo.
Hey, girl.
Girl, this is a whole lot. Now, again, you guys, I'm just going through some of this because let me just tell you, it's 35 pages of this. Okay. So we're not going to get through all of this, but just painting a picture of what her allegations are towards Mr. Combs and what she is painting the picture to show how her life was with him. I did want to get into that whole one about Kid Cudi. Let me see if I can do a quick search about a car blow up. Do it show anything? But that's the only one. It's not doing no search for it. Driveway. Okay, here you go. In February 2012, during a Paris Fashion Week, Mr. Combs told Miss Ventura that he was going to blow up Kid Cudi's car and that he wanted to ensure Kid Cudi was home with his friends when it happened. Around that time, Kid Cudi's car exploded in the driveway. Let me read a little bit before this because this is the whole thing. Hold on. Okay, here it is. She tries to escape from Mr. Combs' abuse. Anytime she tried to create distance between her and Mr. Combs, he used his networks to find her and convince her to return to his abuse. On multiple occasions, Mr. Combs sent his employees to lure Miss Ventura back. In 2011, during a rough patch in Mr. Combs and Miss Ventura's relationship, Miss Ventura had a brief relationship with musician Kid Cudi. When Mr. Combs returned from a trip, he demanded another FO of Miss Ventura.
And what you say FO meant? Sixx?
Right. No? Joy had told what the FO was. Hold on.
Freak out.
Let me go. Freak out.
Yeah.
Right. He demanded another freak out FO of Miss Ventura. Okay, during the freak out, Mr. Combs found Miss Ventura's phone and found emails between her and Kid Cudi. Mr. Combs became enraged and proceeded to place a manual corkscrew between his fingers and lunge at Miss Ventura. Miss Ventura ran away to stay at Kid Cudi's home to escape Mr. Combs' wrath. And soon after, one of Mr. Combs' staff members told Miss Ventura that he needed to just talk to Mr. Combs. She needed to just talk to him, even though Mr. Combs was enraged. Yes. Feeling like she could not escape Mr. Combs and his network of enforcers, Miss Ventura returned to Mr. Combs. He hit her several times and then kicked her in the back as she tried to run out the door. She went to her parents' home in Connecticut where her mother took pictures of the bruises Mr. Combs had left on Miss Ventura's body. So she got evidence, y'all.
Ooh.
She got pictures. And this is just painting a picture of her, what she endured being in the relationship with Shawn Puffy Combs. Now, one of the things we were talking about before, because we was talking about the same abuse with Kim Porter, because there was the rumors that he had broke Kim Porter's nose and she stabbed him with a knife. Do y'all remember that whole situation?
I don't recall that, but I do. I just recently found out about that. I think somebody was saying he ain't gonna forget about that scar on his hand because Kim stabbed his ass with a damn corkscrew and hit a main vein, and he had to take his ass to the hospital.
Girl, yes, that is the whole thing. And I think that was his old bodyguard that's been out here circulating because, you know, he got a book. His old bodyguard got a book about some of the incidents that went on. But he's been basically talking about this whole thing regarding the shooting with Tupac and stuff like that. But yeah, he's been out here. Yep, she stabbed him with a corkscrew. Exactly. So that's what I was saying before. Like, these are not well, they're new. It's new information, but it's not new to us because we've been hearing it over the course of decades about how Mr. Combs is. You know what I'm saying? And do y'all remember? Because they're bringing up stuff with Wendy Williams when she was on her talk show, and she used to bring us some tea and stuff about Puffy. But she also recalled this one time when she was on the radio station and she was telling us some of these stories that are now coming out. Well, they're bringing back some of her videos back. But y'all remember the time that he came on her show and he was like, you could talk to me about anything. And she did not ask him not one thing about any of those previous allegations that she made on the radio station. Like literally, she just asked him about being married and when she gonna get married to Cassie and all this other stuff. Like she did not, because y'all know he pretty much probably told behind the scenes, I'm not talking about nothing else, whatever. But he was trying to play it like, hey, Wendy, you can ask me about anything, just trying to make it seem like, this your opportunity. But she didn't take it. Child, this is a whole mess. This whole situation is a whole mess. Y'all have to get into it because, like I said, it's like 35 pages full of things and situations that Cassie has stated in the documents. Get into that because again, they came to some mutual agreement, and looks like this is not going to go to court or anything.
It ain't going nowhere.
It ain't going nowhere. But I know he better had gave her close to that 30 million that she asked for. Okay.
Girl,
He
I bet
probably
you he
paid.
did. He gave her that coin, honey.
Yeah. And in return, he slapped the DNA on her. So she won't be talking about this no more.
NDA.
That's right, NDA. I said DNA.
Mm-hmm.
He probably
Slap that.
paid Wendy. My mama said he probably paid Wendy.
I was thinking that, Mama Joe. I was like, child, Wendy ain't above being bought off herself. And then on top of that, even though I like Wendy, once she got on her TV show, she became much more,
Tamed.
cautious, I guess. Because she wasn't
Tamed.
being asking, she wasn't asking all those crazy questions and talking crazy like she did on the radio.
And that's because she was on daytime TV. You can't be real messy like you can on nighttime radio stations. You know what I'm saying? Like she was
Right.
real messy, honey, and she was throwing people up under the book, honey. Joy said,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he gave her the whole 30 mil, but she did say she had some leverage in the settlement. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I
Well,
mean,
he was trying to say that she was trying to blackmail him because she wanted to do a book. So I'm wondering if she's still gonna give us the book.
she ain't finna do no book. I mean, the ultimate goal was for her to get her coin. She couldn't prosecute him um criminally. So she
Mm-hmm.
went the civil route, and the civil route involved her getting some money.
Mm. Well, I wish her all the best. Shout out to Cassie, honey. She gave us a good old hand down of what we already had knew about him. Okay, she gave it to us all, every little bit in these documentaries. I was super happy about it. Shout out to Cassie. Not I'm happy about her.
Like somebody said, she got the information out there, and
Mm-hmm.
she got her coin. So she good.
Right,
She
right.
out.
She right. And I'm not talking about happy about her abuse because that's not what I'm saying. But finally, somebody has spoke up and out against him because Kim is no longer here to do it. And from what the word on the curb was, she was supposed to be putting out a book that we now are not going to get. Right? Rumor has it, Puffy stole her laptop that had the book information on it. That's word on the curb. Or some white man got some of the book and then the rest was on the laptop. I don't know. I don't know. But watch, this is not the end of exposing Puffy. Yes, because people are saying that they're expecting to have just like they did with R. Kelly, surviving R. Kelly or surviving Puff Daddy type of thing. So maybe it might be in the works. Maybe there are more women that are going to come forward. But let me just tell y'all, the women that know the abuse, he is still taken care of to this day. Misha, his first baby mama, okay. Kim Porter, she's deceased. Cassie just did her little thing. The other girl that was on Tasha K, she went back to him. I don't know. I think he's still paying her. We ain't never heard nothing from Creisha.
Who's Krisha?
What's her name? The young chick from Miami,
Oh, Carisha.
Creisha. What, like we've never heard anything from her about its abuse or anything like that. I mean, he did put her on and get her talk show and all this other stuff. Like, so he's still paying the women that he's been allegedly abusing. And I'm not saying Carisha is one of them, but I've never heard anything negative in her regards about Puffy. But we just don't know. We don't know. But they still in the pockets, honey. They're still in the pocket.
Maybe after getting that coin, baby.
Right, honey.
You might
So
well
let's get
if
into
you're
it.
dealing with a psycho.
Girl, tell it. Oops. I fell down. Yes, honey, tell it. All right, let's get into this whole thing, honey, about I don't know if I want to just jump right into R. Kelly or go into because R. Kelly is gonna open up the other door for this whole thing with Tasha K. But let's just go into this whole thing with Keke Palmer, her mama, and the Usher situation. So we all knew what happened when Keke basically had filed a restraining order against her baby daddy, and she was stating that he was abusing her. In addition to all of that, Darius Jackson has now started to release video recordings that he has of her mom making alleged threats to him and also saying some things in regards to Usher. I'm pulling up this whole this whole situation right now so we can get into it and take a listen to what these video recordings were saying. Here we go.
That you put it through? That you put it through? What the fuck is you saying? That you put it through? Can you speak English? That's part of the reason why you can't get no acting job. I'm sure. Your articulation is poor. I'm sure. What the fuck are you saying? I'm sure. Come on, Wigan. If only you actually like. Put it through? What does that mean? Can you put it through?
He's trying to do the whole child actor parents sacrifice their childhood gag.
Oh, well, okay, well, we got $30 million today. Look at her. That's fine. Yeah, I sacrificed her, I guess. Okay. Come on, Wiggins. But what did your mom do to you? Huh? She fucked you up. My mom's fine. You should have been a child entertainer. You should have been one. Maybe you would have more gumption. Maybe you would have more get to it. Because your mama fucked you up. She turned you into a punk-ass mama's boy who harasses a woman. What kind of bullshit is that? Your mama should be ashamed of herself. She should be telling you, why are you harassing this girl, Darius? Because why are you doing this?
Why say horrible things to her?
She's the one that kept wanting to come back around. Trust me, I didn't want this.
Well, that makes no sense as to why you harass. There's no need to say horrible things and send me this Usher picture. There's no reason for that. You do that because you're nuts. There's no reason for you to say that. Jezebel, calling me Haiti. That's all unnecessary. You do all of that unnecessarily because something's wrong with your mind. It's not normal. You sound like you have a broken brain and you need to go to see somebody because you're chemically imbalanced. There's nothing that I've done for you to stay on that page. People have endured more. I've endured more from you, and I don't do that to you. I don't sit up there and call you all kinds of names and do stuff like that. You randomly have an episode, and then you harass me for an hour straight. That's what you do.
Now I'm gonna
it's not normal. It's not necessary. You can just not talk to me.
I'm gonna harass you. Usher's bisexual. He sleeps with men, you stupid motherfucker.
Keke mama is something else.
You was a dumb motherfucker. And then you let your family, you let your brother talk you into, hey man, look, your brother's a pussy too. His reputation in Hollywood is he's a fuck boy. And he's an asshole. And nobody really likes him. Lauren London don't like his ass.
Armand Wiggins.
So at the end of the day, you, the Jacksons, are fucking jokes. You guys are fucking jokes. That's what you are. You're a fucking joke. So don't blame Keke for being a joke. You was a joke before you met her.
Armand Wiggins.
So don't blame her. Don't call her cunt. And what man thinks they're going to call the mother of their child cunt, bitches, whore, you've been run through, and I'm going to come and get the baby. What kind of mental motherfucker are you? Nobody does that, Darius. Nobody does that. What woman wants their child to go be with a man who calls them cunt and bitches? That's the stupidest thing I've ever. If my daughter ever give you the baby after you call her a cunt, I'm gonna beat her ass.
Our mom looking.
Baby's gonna be back in my arms. I'm like, y'all, the inevitable's gonna happen. He's gonna grow up to be a man, a real man, and he's gonna go ahead and just come on over. All right. Dad, I'm his dad. I'm his dad. I'm his dad. I don't care about what you all think. I don't care what you think, especially Keke. I don't care about what anybody else thinks. Sharon, your opinion is very little to me. You're wasting your breath right now, Sharon. You're wasting your breath right now. You're wasting your breath right now. Trust me.
Child.
Well, Miss
this
Sharon
was all after
going off, baby. Woo.
She was going off, girl. And this was all after Keke had went to the Usher concert in that nice dress that showed her butt cheeks, honey. She was looking good than a mug on there, and he went off. He was going off, and this was the result of it. Now I don't know if let me see, is there more to it?
What did I say I was gonna do when I found that whore ass?
Yeah, this is it. But that was pretty much the whole shebang about what he recorded. Oh my God.
And he released that recording like he was about to exonerate himself with that. I'm like, she confirmed in there that you've been abusing her daughter regardless of anything, you know?
Right. Now they did have another clip in that I think we talked about on the last live where she had said, you know, she was gonna put a bullet in his head, you know, for messing with her daughter. And I think that's what he was trying to, you know, put it out. Like she had been threatening him and stuff like that, like trying to build a case against the mom. But that does not have anything to do with the allegations towards them. And I think the mother of Darius Jackson had inboxed the mom talking about, you know, I just heard, you know, the audio of you threatening my son, talking about you gonna put a bullet in my head. And she basically told the mama off, like, I don't have time for your mess either. Da 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 da. So it's just been a whole back and forth thing, and poor Usher is caught up in the middle of this whole mess. I know he is like, why
am I in it? Insert Nene's meme. Why am I in it? Okay,
girl, this thing is a whole mess. The whole mess. And I don't know if he's trying. Did anything come out? I haven't seen anything, even though I've been, you know, out here looking. But I haven't seen anything in regards to like he filing a lawsuit against her or nothing like that either. Has anything come from him?
Usher?
No, not Usher, but from Darius. Did he file a lawsuit or something against Keke or Sharon?
Yeah, Darius ain't doing it. He better not, because that's really gonna put out evidence out on his ass. You better take a note out of Diddy's playbook. Hush. Especially when you know your ass is guilty.
Oh yeah, Sharon said, and Darius' mother is a victim of domestic violence, allegedly. And in addition, they said that the father of Darius Jackson was abusing the mother. So there's a line of abuse on both ends, possibly. Oh, this is just crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah, that behavior is definitely learned behavior, you know.
Child. Speaking of lawsuits, now we can get on into this. I'm gonna bring this up. Y'all know that Tasha K had brought out a guy that claims that he worked with Will Smith and the Smiths for about 20 years or something to that.
No, he said he was Will Smith's friend for 38 years.
Oh, so about 40 years.
Oh yeah, he was Will's best friend. Let him tell it.
And he put out this allegation that he walked in on Will Smith and Dwayne Martin hammering the hell out of Will.
Oh, not hammering. Oh, well.
Girl, I need to play the clip. Because that part of what really just threw me in her back. Huh?
Baby,
Okay, so
that
I don't know if
man,
this is. Let me see. I can't remember if this is the girl.
you know something else that I found odd about his so-called best friend? He was out here trying to imply that Will was a shrimpling.
Yeah, he did say that.
I was like, oh, this is an odd conversation. Because why are you bringing up his peen size, sir?
Girl, I you know what? I don't. I don't know.
Say about you like, girl, I don't know. What was that? Because
I really don't know, because this whole thing has just been a hotmess.org. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole thing. But we got the clip. Okay.
No, let's hear this nonsense,
and,
Lord.
Girl, we gotta present it, if nothing else. Okay. That friend be looking at him sideways, right, Sharon? The friend got her looking at him like, what in the hell is you checking out my package for, sir? Okay. His friend was tall as hell.
Jada didn't want him because his thing. Sir, how do you know this? But anywho, go ahead, Sixx, because he was tripping.
Girl. He was. Let's take a listen.
Hundreds of celebrities that I've done business with, done things with. And during the latter years of our relationship, Will was not my friend. I was his friend. I was around before they had Trey. Jada was the woman that everybody wanted. And Will needed that validation to have that type of woman.
You saw her say that Will Smith had a small dick?
Oh, I am saying to you, if a woman is used to something the size of a baby leg and you come in with a pinky toe, right. There's nothing you can do to please her. You can buy her 80.
I'm saying, if you used to a size of a baby leg and you come in with a pinky toe.
Oh my God. Oh my God. The size of a baby. Jada, girl. Jada.
When you come in with the size of a pinky toe, girl.
Baby Jada, you gonna have to clarify this for me, girlfriend, because what?
I gotta go back. I got it. Yeah. Oh no, here we go. Let's roll.
Pinky toe. There's nothing you can do to please her. You can buy her 80 cars. You can get her 80 private jets. If she's itching for that baby leg, she want that baby leg. You can beat a person so much that they fall into submission.
And who needs enemies when they got friends like you?
Well, I could tell you what goes on the inside. Everybody else is just speculation.
Somebody told me I made my pictures in the book. Your pictures in the book and your name is in the book. So you're doing some real elegant pimp. I'm blowing you up. I love that. I love that. You up.
Dude, this is what Jada makes the new people do. And I ain't gonna say no, they probably been there after myself, right? They will make you check into a rehab. And they'll pay for the rehab. Even though you're not on drugs, they're gonna pay for the rehab. And you have to go if you want to work with them. And then I saw sexual acts that I walked in on.
Who'd you walk in on?
Him and Dwayne Martin.
You saw sexual acts.
Okay. Hollywood is the hurry up and wait game. So 3 minutes later, after them telling me, hey, you got eyes on Will, we need him to come watch this. So I'm running all over the studio. He's not in his dressing room. I go to the cafeteria. I'm like, but I see his car there. I'm like, where's this guy at? So now I'm holding Dwayne down too. So I have the keys to his dressing room. So I'm like, yo, and they're calling I'm on walkie-talkie and they calling my cell phone. Yo, we need to get Will here. I'm like, yo, kind of fucked down. Like, I'm trying to find this. Like, this is unlike him, right? So, all right, I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal sex with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
there was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him. Murder. There was murder in there.
And you know what's confusing, Sixx, for real? If you walked into this, they just kept right on going, is what you saying. And you saw this. So, because most people, if you bust in, they don't jump apart.
Right.
Why would he talk?
But wait. Now remember the bodyguard of Puffy said that Puff was upstairs with a famous rapper, and they was doing they do, and the rapper's cousin came in, was like, yo, where's so-and-so? He was like, he busy right now. You can't interrupt Mr. Combs right now. And he busted in the door, and they didn't stop. Then so I don't know, Sean. I don't know. Remember they said that the allegations was allegedly that don't wake me, I'm dreaming. No, right. Williams and Puffy was at the studio having a session, and they got walked in on, and they didn't stop either. So I don't know. I don't know what to believe.
I honestly don't know if I believe that they just keep going unless people already know about it. Well, who gonna keep going?
Yes, Claire. No. Who gonna stop? Like, that's my thing. If they already know in the eyes of others, they're not gonna stop.
Yeah, but apparently this guy didn't know.
Yeah,
the best friend.
Girl. He didn't know.
So they was just like, oh, there's what's his name? Oh well. I'm married, you married, but we still doing this.
He said he was murdering it.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, child. Now don't get me wrong. I don't disbelieve that Will and Dwayne Martin could be messing around. That could potentially be true.
Mm-hmm.
But him walking in and they just keep going to Pound Town. No, I don't believe it. I'm sorry.
Pound Town.
Pound Town. That's the way he described it. Pound Town.
Look, Sharon say nobody freaking that hard and they don't stop, right? Joyce said, yes, you will. That's like your kids walking in on you.
Right.
I bet you
it's like, okay, who keep going? That's crazy.
I'm just saying what people have been saying over the course of years about some of these allegations. Like they ain't been giving a damn. They ain't been stopping. Okay, like
girl, just damn freaky, Lord.
Wait, let me see if it's any more. Hold on, let me see.
Okay, what did you do?
Even when I was with the deer and headlights, and I finally said, "Oh shit."
Girl, it's just sick.
Oh my God. Well, anyway, look, after this whole situation, the Jada, she went on the Breakfast Club, right? And they were asking her about these new allegations and everything. And she basically was like, we taking into action, they're gonna be suing. So Tasha K is gonna get another lawsuit. Now, here's the whole thing about that. Let me show y'all. Put that up. They not having it.
That y'all are swingers, that y'all were both gay and playing each other's biz, that y'all were sleeping with whomever you choose.
Yeah.
How does it feel in 2023 to still have those same rumors out about people you love, like Will and Dwayne?
I know.
That just came out.
Yeah, and let me just say this. It's ridiculous. Right?
Right. It's
ridiculous.
Nonsense.
And this is a person that tried a money shakedown that didn't work. We're going to take legal action. Because it's one thing to have your opinion about somebody versus just making up salacious, malicious stories. So that's actionable, so we're gonna roll with that. But yeah,
Say, leave it alone. Don't go no further.
Yeah. No, nobody said anything. It's so for me, unfortunately, it's part of it. You know what I mean? It's not true. We gonna take care of it. And that's that.
How does so there was a money shakedown prior?
Oh yeah. There's a money
they tried to extort you before? Right?
Well, it's based around this person's idea that they in some way were doing business around Will's book and that they spent money or what have you, and that they needed to be compensated. So he already tried to do this money shakedown. Will was willing to give him a certain amount or what have you, and he didn't take it. So this whole situation is based on that.
Give him a certain amount. Why though? Just
because of some business that they had, and I don't know the complete details about it, but that's about to come out because, like I told you, about to take legal action.
You should.
Yeah, no, we are for sure.
I was asking how's Will dealing with it. With
does
he laugh it off?
Release a statement.
Will. Here's one good thing about Will. Will's always gonna find the funny.
I figured that.
Yeah, he's always gonna find the funny. You know what I'm saying? And so
y'all laughed at the murder, kill.
Yeah. you have to because it's absolutely ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And so all you have is you just got to laugh about it, and it's unfortunate because.
Did he ask you do I look like I give off bottom energy?
He was like, "Do you believe this shit?" But we just laughed about it.
In the note.
Oh, well, anywho, she said we suing. And then they caught her out doing her promo and stuff for her book and stuff like that. And they asked her, and look, they is up here really saying that Jada is starting to be transforming into Tupac. I got a little clip for you about this, so I want to show y'all.
What do you say about the allegations? There's so many rumors. Anything you want to say, we suing. I know that's right.
Okay, so look, she said we suing, right? They got a snippet of her where. Let me see if I can find it. Because I hope I sent it to myself. Y'all can see I was rolling. You remember when Tupac was out, when he had his trial and stuff like that, and he was spitting at the cameraman? They got Jada doing the same thing similar to that, talking about we sue it. And then I just died laughing. I can't remember. Did I send that into our group? Or did I send it on the thing? Hold on, let me see. Girl, I died laughing about that had me rolling. Like, what the hell? They said that she is transforming into Tupac. Lord Jesus, fix it. But anyway, they're while I'm looking for this, try to pull it up. They're taking legal action. They're going to sue, and they're going to include Tasha K into this. And y'all already know she did have this lawsuit with Cardi B. And Cardi B, I guess that she had a sentimental moment with her, and we thought that she was contemplating that possibly she may not be going through with the charges and stuff with her. And she was like, I can't believe that I really almost fell for the banana in the tailpipe. That I was finna have a heart for her, because some people just don't learn a lesson. So I got the little clip of Cardi talking about that. I'm gonna let y'all take a gander at that while I try to find that little clip of them sitting over here turning Jada into Tupac. It's a whole mess. Cardi took her down, right? She took her down. But that's what she get. You saw that clip, Sharon. Like, for real, like you can't teach an old dog new trick.
Yeah.
Wasn't it a couple weeks ago? I don't know. My time has been. I don't like how I was fooled a couple of weeks ago. Some people just never change. Never change. And you want to know something? I don't like what people be doing to Will Smith. I be feeling like Will Smith is very unproblematic, and I feel like he got like a nice heart. And that's the thing. I found out that Will Smith is a Libra. I always said this, like Libras, we be getting tried, and then when we outburst so fucking heavy that we become the ones in the wrong. Because when we throw that outburst after we get so much, we go so crazy that people be like, come on. Oh, this bitch is really crazy. Oh, this is fucking crazy for real. And I feel like y'all doing that to Will Smith. And I don't like that some people fucking change. I'm so tired of people picking on that man. Dead ass. And like, I feel like it's not even your job as a journalist. You should like be able to detect whether somebody is bullshitting or not. Because anybody could say something about anybody. Look what happened to me in 2018 when a bitch that I didn't even know her fucking name was saying that she know me, that she went to my house. Anybody could say a fucking fake story about you, and people are gonna fucking fake believe it. So it should be your job to detect whether something is a lie or not, or like to have any type of proof, any type of evidence. And it's so that like somebody could put something so fucking salacious out and not think about like, oh, well, how is this gonna affect this person's mental health? How is this gonna affect somebody's day? Is this worth me fucking up somebody's mind? Is it worth for them to go through something like, damn, why me? Why I'm always in some shit? Like, shit is not worth it. God sees everything. And then when you start going through fucking hell, when life starts dragging you through fucking hell, when you start fucking crying, and you be like, why the fuck is me? Because you do that shit to other fucking people.
Well, child, she talking about Tasha K. You know what I'm saying? Like this whole thing with Tasha K, because if y'all haven't heard, not only are the Smiths gonna take a lawsuit into hand, and they're gonna be suing Tasha K as well, because she is the one who brought the ridiculousness to her platform. They're gonna include her in that lawsuit. They're gonna slap him with the lawsuit as well. They're gonna slap Tasha K with it. But in addition to that, Tasha K is getting sued by R. Kelly as well. Now, y'all know that R. Kelly is already incarcerated due to the whole sex trafficking and all of this stuff too. But it was a part of it that he believes that was part of the possibility of the shakedown that occurred, was because Tasha K was able to speak to someone that worked at the jail to be able to get into his emails and find out certain information about him that she released on her platform.
Yeah.
Honey, this is a whole mess. So y'all hold on to y'all panties and drawers, honey. We about to do this whole thing for R. Kelly. So he filed a lawsuit, okay, with the Federal Bureau of Investigations as well, over private leaked information. Okay, this whole thing. So according to the Vibe .com website, Tasha K learned her lesson. She ends up being named in a lawsuit initiated by R. Kelly. The disgraced singer-songwriter is suing the Bureau of Prison over allegations that they leaked confidential information to his thing. These doggone thing. Hunty. Hold on, let me go back up to it. About him to Keke. In a complaint filed on Monday, November the 13th in Chicago federal court, Kelly claims an unnamed Bureau of Prison employee illegally accessed his digital prison records, which include recordings of phone calls to his girlfriend and legal team, and sold them to Keke, who then aired the audio online. Jennifer Bonjean, Kelly's attorney, wrote in the filing, the defendant, United States of America, breached its duty of care to the plaintiff when it allowed countless BOP officers to access plaintiffs' confidential information without any legal basis to do so. The lawsuit is also named Keke as a defendant in the case and noted that she railed her massive following to harass the plaintiff with the use of the stolen information and created chaos in the plaintiff's personal life. According to the complaint, the leaked reportedly left Kelly isolated and fearful to communicate with his attorneys or other third parties because he knew it would be released to the general public for mass exploitation. In the lawsuit, Kelly stated that Keke first publicized his private information in November 2019 in a video titled "R. Kelly Can't Control His Girlfriends While Behind Bars." And the clip featured information she said came from a phone tap somewhere. On the matter, Kelly's legal team expressed the communications related to the personal and family problems, romantic interests, health problems, literacy issues, and issues related to the defense of his pending criminal cases. And after an unnamed agent pulled Kelly's records and scanned them, the records were sent to the third parties, including Keke, but no charges were ever brought up, and the government refused to reveal that person's identity and anything pertinent to the investigation. In short, there has been a cover-up of rampant BOP misconduct that is ongoing. Girl,
I mean, shit, that seemed like a valid
like this is what ended up transforming. It does. Now remember, he was still in a relationship with Jocelyn, but then what was the other chick's name? Her right here. What was her name?
Let me see. Hold on.
It was Jocelyn. Azriel did not know that they were still in a relationship, which he believes that this release information made her change her testimony in the courts. So she found out that he was still with Jocelyn through released information that caused her testimony to change in the court. Child, let me tell you, Tasha has not learned her lesson. Okay, she has not learned her lesson whatsoever. Tasha K is going to get sued again. Now she's getting sued by the Smiths, and she's getting sued by R. Kelly as well. That's just the doggone right shame. And I don't blame him for suing her. He should take action. That's exactly what R. Kelly should do. Now, this whole situation that Tasha done got herself in, she almost looked like she might have been forgiven by Cardi B if this whole new thing with the Smiths and R. Kelly didn't came out. There was a possibility they had some kind of connection. It was a heart-to-heart type of thing. Cardi B was saying something about taking herself out, committing suicide. And Tasha K went live and was like, and I think we talked about it on the last live, like she went live and she was like, these kids really look up to you. Don't say anything like that. You will be missed dearly. Like she gave a whole sob story on everything that kind of made her feel human to Cardi, where Cardi was like considering dropping this lawsuit. Until the rest of this information came out, child.
Tasha, you done released this interview at the wrong damn time, bro.
So did. And it's a dang on shame. It's a dang on shame. She just still haven't her. And you know what? We know this stuff is bogus. The way that the person, you know, the guy, it was just hilarious to me. The clip, he was funny with telling the story, how he walked in on Will, and I just kind of, you know, cracked up laughing. But this whole thing is just, I don't know what to say. It's a hotmess.org. So I guess
because
we'll
the thing
have
about
to see what ends up happening in the.
When you tell stories like that, you gotta have some proof. You can't just start telling shit like that. Even if you believe it.
And the fact that you know, Jada had already said that there was already a shakedown. So I guess, you know, he was trying to get money out of Will prior to with his book release. So obviously homeboy is, you know, trying to get a pay up.
And then listening to him when he was talking and describing himself, he really wanted to make it seem like he was just so important. I developed all of these relationships and everybody loves me. And I was just like, child, who talks like that?
He doing a whole lot. He doing a whole lot. Trying to keep the peace, honey. Keep the peace. Well, we'll keep y'all updated on what end up happening with this whole thing with Tasha K and both of these lawsuits now. Let's jump right on in to this whole thing with Chrisean Rock and Tamar and James. All right, honey. What is going on? You want to break it down, Sean? Because it's a lot. I'm going to pull up these videos here. Break down this whole thing, girl.
I break it down. Apparently, Chrisean and Tamar was on live. Tamar invited Chrisean to her show that night in LA. Now, I believe lines of communication got crossed. And they were interpreted incorrectly. Chrisean thought she was there to perform her song. It's a vibe, you know. But Tamar evidently thought that she was just inviting Chrisean up on stage to Keke and twerk around to her song. They were just going to play it, not necessarily have her perform. Well, apparently, Chrisean missed her cue to come up on stage. So they was backstage talking and arguing, and they was like, Chrisean, where were you? And she was like, I was right there. Why y'all didn't call me? So they got to going back and forth. Then Chrisean evidently hit the person that was right next to her. Wop wop. That's the way they described it, not me. The people that was there said she went wop wop. I was like, oh damn, I know that hurt. Lord. Baby, oh my God. I know it hurt. So that was James Rice Chanel, one of Tamar's background singers, and also, you know, the guy that went viral a few years ago for eating those patty pies. You know, he's over there, patty, you know.
Yep.
And so she apparently, they say she knocked a few teeth loose or something. She whooped his ass. And social media is definitely something else, because you had people over here talking about Chrisean came and said that nothing like that happened. But James did go live from the dental chair.
He didn't show his face though, but he did go live.
So there has been, according to this man you got up on the screen, which is Tamar's tour manager, right? There has been a police report filed. Chrisean did assault that man. And that's it. You know, she whooped that man's ass for no reason. And James Rice Chanel didn't do nothing.
Well, honey, he takes a long time to get to the point. But basically, this is a few little minutes of him that I'm going to play. And I'm going to get to the last end when he say, wop, wop, wop. But this is what he said happened in the background that we didn't get to see.
Mooney, Tamar in that room. I want to address the assault.
it breaks my heart that we even have to go this route and even have to go back and forth on social media. For those that don't know, I am the tour manager for Tamar Braxton, the Love and War tour. Tamar was trying to figure out why didn't Chrisean go out during the twerk session? And she's looking at me and I'm like, I don't know. Like Chrisean, I don't know why she didn't go out. So Chrisean breaks down and starts crying. And I felt bad. And the Holy Ghost in me, because I get everywhere with me, I began to give her a hug and everything like that. Because I like Chrisean. I like her. And, you know, and I was like, I don't want to see nobody with their feelings hurt, or I don't want nobody feeling some sort of way, because there was a big line of miscommunication that took place.
Oh, so he's saying it was a big line of communication that took place and yada yada who. Let's jump into the comments for you, because he apparently has lots of famous connections. Okay, that was something else. Okay, so Joy said James told her she was not there, and she said she was. He said, no, you was not. And Chrisean said, say it again. And before he could get it out, she three-pieced him.
Wop up.
Sharon said, I think pictures were taken, and I think she's going to pay for this one. I think so too, because they file in charge. Even the so-called best friend guy who came out and told the whole story in the beginning, he confirmed that too. Did you see how Tony looked at Chrisean when she was on stage? Yeah, she was over there just twerking in front of Miss Tony, honey. Like, what is going on? James has famous connections. Okay, got you. Yeah. So, I mean, he's breaking it down as to what happened.
So I began to try to comfort her and hug her and be like, no, don't cry, because it's not that, you know what I'm saying? Nobody was trying to, I don't want you to feel no sort of way. And this was just in the dressing room. And this was me, Chrisean, and Tamar. She felt embarrassed and she felt like, you know, that this is just like, shouldn't happen to her, because, you know, she was just prepared to go out during the twerk session, and that time had come and she didn't go out. So Tamar is still asking, like, well, what happened? What happened? Why didn't she go out? And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what happened too. So David and Mooney come in. They both do makeup. And we're all at this point talking about what happened. Tamar is saying, Mooney, what happened? Mooney was saying that Chrisean was not on the side of the stage when it was time for the twerk part. Mooney is a choreographer and he also does makeup. Mooney was saying Chrisean was not on the side of the stage. So, like, well, what happened? Well, who was there? Who can, like, what? Everybody's screaming, what happened? What happened? At this point, Chrisean is like, yes, I was on the side of the stage. I was there. And I was like, okay. And I'm trying to calm everybody down. Just let's do this a peaceful conversation, because Chrisean is upset. She's very upset. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, okay, let's calm down. Like, everybody, let's talk this thing out or whatever. And then a few more talking. And then James comes in the room. So
okay.
And Chrisean got very upset. And she was like, I was on the side of the stage. I was there. Where else would I go, man? You lying. Like, that's cap. I was on the side of the stage. Like, I was there on the side of the stage. And James said, no, you wasn't. We called for you there. Chrisean said, say I wasn't there one more time. Say I wasn't there on the side of the stage one more time. James was like, I'm telling you, we was calling you and you bop, 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 bop. I'm like, oh shit.
Okay, they are quiet, so she should be scared. Well, you know what? Let me tell you, Chrisean she didn't, you know, she had this took down her social media pages and said she wasn't gonna be live and stuff like that. And then Tamar came and gave her whole drawn out, girl. I hate when Tamar come online to talk about something. I really do, because she just be drawing it out. She draws it out totally. You know what I'm saying? But she ends up come on talking stuff, and I guess Chrisean came back on her friend's social media page to break her silence about this whole thing, which I got as well. Let's take a little bit of this, honey, because it was a lot too. She was seeing too much, but here we go. It's only a minute and 43. Here we go.
Because they hit me up and reached out to me. Over with.
No, it's weird. Go ahead and try to press charges that you can't press. Go ahead and try to file a lawsuit that you can't file a lawsuit on. You know why? Because I'm that and I'm covered, bro. Covered by God, bro. That's real.
So she didn't say it didn't happen.
Stuck.
Right.
I swear to God. Y'all.
She didn't say it didn't happen. But she said go on and file a false lawsuit.
Yeah.
Already suck at it.
But she didn't call it false. She said file a lawsuit that you can't file. Because she covered by God.
She sounds
God
crazy.
ain't covering you from that, boo. I'm sorry. But God ain't in that one.
Keep up a while I'm in Atlanta. Now you're gonna see how I'm supposed to get brought out. Cause that was foolish. It's gonna on that. Her. That. All that. Because that's the thing about it, bro. I'm genuine, my nigga. So a lot of people take this Baltimore man. I'm just saying, like, y'all know what y'all doing.
And look, let me just say this. I believe she hit him. I believe she assaulted James. And I don't think that James needs to show anything. I think he should take the pictures of how he looked after the incident and keep it on walking and do these charges against her, because she is still out here talking about she was going to change. You know, everybody was like, you going to change when you have this baby. She ain't changed not one damn bit. She's still out here jacking people up and fighting and doing a whole bunch of stuff. Okay.
Yeah,
God should.
We thought it was
Exactly.
Blueface, but it's not just Blueface. She's also very toxic.
She is. Shira said God should be her lawyer too. The fact that she said they were clout chasing her because what? Because of what? What kind of clout chasing could they get off Chrisean? Because her clout is very bad. She has the bad type
that's
of clout.
What I was like. That's what a lot of the people in the comments were saying. She was clout chasing off of what? Tamar's tour is already sold out. What are they clout chasing for?
Exactly. It just don't make no sense.
I was so confused by that. And Tamar had me cracking up because she petty. She was posting her movie she in, talking about, look at me clout chasing off of Issa Rae. Look at me clout chasing off of this person and that person. All these different little movies and shows she doing.
Girl, that's a whole mess. You gonna watch her movie that she in? I did see the video clipping of it. I thought it was interesting. I might tune into it.
I might not. Girl, I don't be watching all these damn Christmas movies and stuff they be putting out, child.
I don't either. I'm not the Christmas person. But you know, Brandy got a Christmas one out that I saw. It looks real Christmassy, you know.
Eddie Murphy coming out.
Eddie coming out with his. We already looked at the trailer for that one on one of our shows. It looks real Christmassy. And then Tamar got a little part in this movie. It's not a movie surrounded by Tamar, but it's Christmassy too. Girl, what she say? Girl, you are Zeus Network famous. Sit down. I know that's right. She is Zeus Network's famous. Have several seats, and she's on Kingdom Business too. Yeah, Sharon.
Yeah, that's where she was. Kingdom Business. That's the clip I saw.
Yeah. Child, it's just, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a whole bunch of lawsuits out here. Because let's get into this one. So y'all remember the whole thing about 50 was on tour and his mic wasn't working, and he threw the mic and hit the young interviewer upside the head. Well, they are not going to criminally charge him for injuring the 106 host Brianna with the microphone. They here's the clip of him throwing the microphone at her because he was having issues with it, and it hit her upside the head, right? You can recall the incident occurred at the rapper show in LA, Crypto.com Arena, where he was experiencing technical difficulties on the stage, and in a rage of fit of rage, he furiously flung the microphone into the crowd and harmed Power 106 radio host Brianna. And the woman's injuries were so severe that she required immediate medical attention. And after she filed a police report on August 30th, the case jumped through the hands of multiple agencies until being brought to the LA City Attorney's Office. And according to TMZ, the city attorney's office said no criminal charges will be filed against the 48-year-old rapper as long as he remains out of trouble. The case will remain open for 1 year from the date of the incident and is open to a reevaluation of further issues that transpire between both parties. Ain't that something? So why they giving him a little slap on the wrist if he doesn't get into any more trouble?
Yeah.
Look at that dash on her head.
She if Eddie done dropped her some coin.
He had to. He paid her off.
Mm-hmm.
He paid her off. He paid her off.
Oh yeah, he paid off.
All right, 50, stay your ass out of trouble. We ain't got time for this mess. Oh, you know what? I did want to piggyback because Joy had gave me this little clip here of this whole thing about Diddy and Cassie and this medium chick. Have you heard about the psychic trick?
Yeah, girl, I heard about that. I had forgot about that, but that was definitely interesting. Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently, just to bring this up real quick, right? Because I just came across the little clip, but apparently, honey, she had spoke about this back in July or June or something, saying that this all was going to unravel in November, and look what happened. But let's just take a little gander at what this medium lady was talking about, because I was intrigued by this whole thing when Joy was telling me about it, and I was like, oh, shoot.
Crazy. I am being shown November of 2023. So her death date was November 15th of 2018, but I'm being shown November of 2023. I don't think we're done with this. I feel she's shaking her head yes. Before she stare at me, then she wait, and now she's shaking her head yes.
Now remember, she is channeling Kim Porter. And Kim Porter is basically telling her or confirming this information about this whole thing with Diddy is going to unravel around November of 2023. So she is actually speaking or channeling the energy of Kim Porter while she's giving this information, so to speak. Just to break it down to you. Here you go.
I am being shown that things are being prepared. She is showing me a trumpet. People are standing straight up, and there are people going to speak, not just about what happened to her, about other things. Something is unraveling. For some reason, she's showing me like, was one of her kids, I wonder, in band? Because she's showing me like trumpet marching band type music, which is weird because I don't think that that's her favorite, but I'm being shown that. Somebody is leading the march, leading the way there. That's what it is. Somebody is leading the march, leading the way to uncover this information. And I'm getting 5 months. So I feel, sorry, I keep laughing because she's like, out with it. Toxic metal exposure. Personal, private, handwritten documentation about what was said to her 3 months before she passed, what she witnessed, and the final straw that she couldn't take anymore. And it's not a case of domestic violence. It goes far beyond that and that. So it is domestic violence, but it's far, far beyond that. So she goes in a completely different scope. 5 months. The time is being marked. 5 months. So this is June, July, August, September, October, November. I'm going for November 15th. Or right around there. It's coming out. It will not be, you cannot keep this. She's literally, you cannot stop the truth. And she has like, this is it. So like
Jennifer Lopez, who was in the.
I'll remind y'all that when Diddy was dating Jennifer Lopez, he was with Kim Porter, and then he pivoted back around. Kim Porter was pregnant with the twins, and he had somebody else pregnant and stuff as well. So I guess all of the demons and everything was supposed to be coming out around November, which we got this whole thing with Cassie. Okay, that's basically what it was, right? She got paid. Diddy is going to be putting out a lot of fires lately. Exactly. And she called this into fruition, y'all, in June. In June. Right.
Girl, interesting.
Girl, yes. And y'all can see the full clip on her YouTube page. I was trying to remember who she said her name was. Oh, it says out here at Sloan Bella. So maybe that's her name. SLOANBELLA. So y'all can see the full interview on YouTube under that name, I believe. Okay. Y'all. Thank you, Joy. Joy confirmed it. Yep, that's it. Sloan Bella. Yep. Perfect. Y'all can go. I'm gonna listen to the whole thing. Let's get into this because Joy was dropping me some gems last night, and y'all know your boy Bill Cosby is back in the headlines again. And then we're gonna talk about this whole thing about what's her name? Meg Thee Stallion and her ex-man, which y'all know I really don't give a damn about that at all. And then who else? It was somebody else. I forgot somebody else on the roster. So we got a few more things left to discuss, y'all. Let's get into this whole situation with Bill Cosby is back in the headlines again. And a word on the curb, y'all. They said Bill Cosby ain't even got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. He ain't got no money no more. But they are still coming out with these charges against him. So Bill Cosby being sued for raping a writer multiple times in the 70s. Child. Sean, I am just so, oh my God. Okay. I'm just so like tired of this whole Bill Cosby thing. I really am. But let's get into it. According to the Jasmine brand, Bill Cosby is at the center of another lawsuit from a woman who first accused him of an assault in 2014. Actress and writer Joan Tarshish, I hope that's how she says it, is accusing Cosby of raping her several times in the 70s when she was just 19. She was the first invited by the comedian to the set of his famous self-titled sitcom. And once there, she claims he gave her a drink, which almost immediately knocked her out. And when she awoke, Tarshish says that she was being undressed. About a year later, Cosby invited her to attend an event with him where he would be performing, which I don't know why would you go to another event after you caught him doing this to you, but oh well, here we go. And on the way there, she was given another drink, and this time when she woke up, she says that she was naked and had been penetrated both anally and vaginally.
Oh, hell no.
And in 2014, she came forward to Don Lemon, who shockingly asked her during the interview if she could have stopped Cosby from forcing her to perform oral sex. And during the awakened exchange, she said she wished she would have bitten Cosby, but wasn't thinking of doing it at that moment. She is suing Cosby for an unspecified amount. Look, they said, damn, I wasn't even born yet.
You know, but the thing that be confusing me, like, I get it, like, he raped you or drugged you one time, but how do you wind up back with him for him to do it multiple times?
That's what I was saying. Like if you was violated the first time, why would you be going back to him a second and third time? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. Why would you go back to him?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. But I mean, Bill was known for doing it, so I don't put it past him. But when you get to talking about 2-3 times, girl, keep your ass around now.
Girl, look, let me tell you, these Playboy situations and stuff like that, y'all be talking about, the Playboy guy. But Diddy and Cosby seem like he is like the next runner-ups to the Playboy guy, because the shit that's been going on and coming out of with these stories just been having me just shaking my head, because I just cannot seem to understand why people find themselves going back and being in the same situation over and over again.
Yeah, like, that's why. Cassie, she was in a relationship with Diddy, so abused women often don't leave. But
right,
you with Bill Cosby, what in the world possessed you to hang around with him?
I don't know, because just think about this though, Sean. Kim Porter left Diddy.
Right.
She left him and came back. And that's when
Right.
she had the twins. So if you were being abused in the beginning, because if I remember correctly, the bodyguard guy was saying how they had that fight. That's how Kim nose got broke, but that's how Diddy got sliced on his wrist. And that was early on in the relationship. What propelled you to go back to him and then turn around and have kids with him? Like, that's the part that I'm confused on with Kim. For Cassie, she was 19. But Kim was an older person at that particular time. And let's not forget, she met Diddy from working with Andre Harrell and them, and she was married to Albie Shore, who tried to come out with some stuff about Kim and Diddy and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, his ass was laying up in the hospital damn near on death's bed. So something is going on. I don't know what it is that these guys are doing to propel these women to come back after they leave. They totally left and then they came back. That's crazy.
I mean, that's just the nature of the beast when you're dealing with abused women. They often leave and come back. It takes, they say, at least 7 times on average for an abused woman to leave a relationship.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Sharon said, yeah, but the abuse starts emotionally, physically, psychologically, and mentally before it becomes physical.
It
Gotcha.
breaks you down mentally, then get to whooping your ass.
Well, I don't know how this situation with Bill and her occurred, since she was just a writer who got invited to somewhere. So there was no emotional, like this was just a drink.
I mean, this
a tamper
lady,
drink. Yeah. But what made you come back?
I think some people be so desperate, thinking that they be so desperate to succeed. That's what I think.
Sharon said that they isolate them from friends and family, romance them, then shower them with gifts before they beat your ass. Yeah. The Bill situation is different. Yeah, actually. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that the whole thing with Bill, that's what I don't understand. I get the mentally and physically and emotionally thing with Cassie and Kim, but Kim ain't got away. She had got away, and then she came back years later. So it wasn't like that. Just was a little odd for me, but yeah. So we'll see what happens with this whole situation. I'm pretty sure they're gonna throw the book at Bill again, but from what the word on the curb is, he ain't got no money to pay, not nobody. Okay, not nobody.
Yeah, Bill might need to file for bankruptcy, child.
He might need to, girl. He might need to. Now, you might know more about this than me, Sean. So fill me in on what happened with this whole situation with Meg Thee Stallion and her ex-boyfriend. I really don't know that much about it, y'all, because I don't like anything about Meg per se and her relationships or her music. So I normally get feeded the information from the VIP crew about anything with her. But apparently this is the talk of the town with this whole thing with Meg Thee Stallion and paired I think that's how you say
Partisan.
Fontaine, he's a rapper or something.
Yeah, they say he's a writer too. He wrote a lot of Cardi B.
Oh, okay, Cardi B songwriter. Okay. Girl, they saying on Hollywood Unlocked that he is clapping back at his ex-girlfriend Meg Thee Stallion and her recent bombshell track Cobra, which social media users believe she used to call out Party for allegedly cheating. On the track, she claims she caught her man in her bed. Rapping on his new song, The Person, Party said, "Sit down for a second. Girl, you need to hear this. Be for real, you ain't even realistic. Got lipo when you started posting gym pics. the things that you're doing is sadistic. What the hell? He also told her, clean up her foundation. The work that you need is internal. He also talks about asking Megan if she has sex with certain people. He rapped, I asked you to to your face, did you F them niggas, and you swore on your mother. More lies from the lips of a lover. I need a wah, 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 wah. I need that sound. Wah, 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 wah. I need that. Okay. And it goes on to say, I pick out a ring and then you lied to my face, went on TV, then lied to Gayle King. I found out with the rest of the world, God, I treated you like a queen. Whole time I'm a clown in your circus. I tried to pull you up out the mud. Here you are trying to drown me on purpose. You know the devil was a serpent. For some streams and views, girl, I hope it was worth it. This is ain't for Meg the Stallion. This for Meg the person.
All right.
What happened with their relationship? They apparently they was together and they broke up. She broke up with him because he was cheating, and then he retaliated with this. I'm just pulling child.
That's what it sounds like to me. He said she ain't a good person and she puts on and she out here working out, but look like she done had lipo. I don't know about that, but if I had money, I can get a little fat sucked out, so I ain't mad at her.
That's what Joy said when he answered my question. I was wondering if she had surgery. Apparently. Oh, child, the exes, right, Sharon? These damn exes be out here talking and gossiping as much as the women do nowadays, honey. They just coming right out.
She said she lied because I guess she told when Gayle King interviewed her, she said she never sleep with Tory Lanez, but it came out that she actually did, so she lied.
Oh, she lied about Tory Lanez.
I tell you one damn thing, I lie about that to the grave. Never. I never slept with you.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I ain't telling nobody nothing about that situation.
I just be telling people, I don't see what you see in somebody that look like a little leprechaun. I just don't. That's just my personal opinion.
That's why she lied. Hell no.
It's magically delicious. They're magically delicious. I be thinking about Pam when she told Martin he looked like a little leprechaun. Girl.
Girl. No.
Okay. Well, I really don't care about that.
But that was what that was all about. I really didn't care about it either because everybody being petty.
Yeah, everybody being petty, child. It's always something, ain't it? I swear to God, it is always something. Always something. Wait a minute, before I even move on, have I completed at least what we said we was going to talk about on the list? Because I'm down to the last one. I believe it's the last one, but I just want to make sure. Okay, so we said we was going to talk about Jada Pinkett, Tasha K, R. Kelly. Yep, we did. We talked about Tamar Chrisean. Yep, we did. Keke and Darius, we did. Bill Cosby, we did. Oh, we didn't talk about the Foxy Brown and Lil Kim. Okay, so that's what we're going to go up next, honey, because that was I died laughing about this whole thing. So if y'all don't know, y'all remember that Lil Kim said that she was going to be releasing her book, and I pre-ordered the book. Remember? It was some years ago, right? I pre-ordered the book, and then when it got close to the time that the book was supposed to come out and be released, they sent me an email from Amazon saying that they refunded my money. The book was not coming out. Well, girl, apparently A few days ago, Lil Kim went live. She was on live talking about some things. And then she said, well, it had all to do. And she said, I really don't want to make this about say it about my book, but it had something to do with that they didn't want to give her the amount of what she felt she deserved for her book. And that her book had pre-ordered, outsold the Bible sales. It outsold the Bible sales. Right? Exactly. So that's what she said. And then the next thing you know, here's the clip.
Let me say something, right? My book has been done. And I'm gonna write y'all a letter to tell y'all what's going on, but it's not really cool. But I don't want to use this to talk about it. I really don't. But just know, it's like that. It's crazy. Like when we post our pre-sales, we be surpassing the Bible, and that's crazy. And the thing is, it's like the Bible. Like I don't take that lightly. I already know that, but it's like it's some crazy shit going on behind the scenes. You have to be really careful when you deal with these book companies.
Are we supposed to be hearing something?
Really, like.
Yeah, you want to hear it? Okay, let me start it over again. Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to be sharing it. Hold on. Girl, that is just crazy as hell, the shit that she's saying. Okay, hold on.
This time.
Can you hear it?
I just was chilling.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start it over then. Hold on. Here we go.
My bro sway.
Okay, can you hear it?
Let me say something.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
My book has been done. And I'm gonna write y'all a letter to tell y'all what's going on, but it's not really cool. But I don't want to use this to talk about it. I really don't. But just know, it's like that. It's crazy. Like when we post our pre-sales, we be surpassing the Bible, and that's crazy. And the thing is, it's like the Bible. Like I don't take that lightly. I don't know that, but it's like it's some crazy shit going on behind the scenes. You have to be really careful when you deal with these book companies because they try to like really like take advantage of you. You know, the little platform. Okay. Yeah, but I'm gonna write y'all a letter because I don't really want to use this right now, and especially not at this time. And I just was chilling. We was outside all night. Shout out to my bro Sway.
Okay, so that's what she said, right? And she got everybody talking about this book all over again. And she was, according to Hollywood Online, after working on it for years, Kim 49 told the viewers that my book has been done, and she added that it outsold the Bible with the pre-sales, right? Well, honey, I guess Claudia Jordan talked about it, and then the next thing you know, Foxy Brown came in.
Let me tell you something.
And
They was tripping.
What they do?
Girl, read it. You gonna see. What they started going in on each other, friend. I was like, oh hell no.
Girl, so they said that although it was initially set to drop in 2021, Kim told the fans that she will write a letter to her fans and reveal what she's gone through in getting them the book. And she added, y'all really deserve to know what's going on. Wow. Excuse me, many of her supporters are excited to get their hands on a copy. Others couldn't get past Kim comparing her upcoming book to the Bible. Some social media users even noticed fellow rapper Foxy Brown may have also laughed at Kim's comment. Foxy made an Instagram post that read Bible with a bunch of laughing emojis. Now, of course, the possible shade didn't come as a surprise given their past beef. However, Claudia Jordan was just not here for it. After expressing how she wants Foxy to leave Kim alone, the tables were turned. Rapper slid in Jordan's DM to warn her. However, the clapback queen did not back down. So this is the little DMs from it, right? From between who is that? Jordan and Foxy. Let me turn this off because I don't want no fight. So it said, wish it was a way for me to, bring it up. And she,
Yeah.
okay, hold on. Let me go. Pause. Watch your mouth. He told Jordan. Ain't you a former rap star that kept a missing side tooth? Girl, you wasting your time fussing with people just cause they love Kim. Do better and floss. Oh, and my toes are fixed. But where's your crowns and bridges? Hell? What the hell? So then I guess what is this? What is Claudia Jordan famous for? She posted, what is she famous for? Appearing as a model on the US version of Deal or No Deal and The Price is Right. This is what you known for, Claudia. Take that, right? So then Claudia posted this little clip, which is too short for me. I mean, too small for me to see. She said, "You will not win this, and even just a Deal or No Deal model has more relevancy, followers, and sense than you. Go away and it's still Team Kim, hater." And she said, all because I commented on a post that Kim bothers no one and to leave her alone. Here comes this heifer in my DM. Oh my God, girl. Look at this is what Foxy posted Bible, honey. And then it goes into the whole Kim talking about the incident. Girl, here's the rest of it.
Jimmy, I love you. But I really think that y'all deserve to know what's going on.
Why are they treating me like that?
Forget them. If whoever's got something to say, fuck y'all.
Shorty said, Kim, who child is this?
Hey, bye. Go to hell. That's who child it is. It's your mother's.
It's cool. It's funny.
I don't give a fuck.
I look young. I look
exactly,
young.
And so do I. So why y'all hating? Whatever. I'm just tired of this bullshit ass hate shit. But anyway, I don't care.
Girl. They all is a whole mess. They said Claudia is so petty. She is, girl. She is petty as HE double hockey sticks. This stuff is just like, why even comment on anything about Kim? It's been decades, y'all. Let it go. Let us get this book, because I wanted to hear her side of the story. I wanted to hear her side of the story as to what happened with her and Big, when he was alive, what happened with her and Faith Evans when she found out that she was sleeping around with her husband. I wanted to find out the whole situation of who maybe what was she going through at the time of his death, and I wanted to find out like everything. What was the beef between her and Lil C's that caused them to not to speak, which it had something to do with her being locked up. Like, I want to hear the whole side of the story that Kim wanted to tell. All of it. I wanted to hear the whole thing about why she didn't like that what's her name from Power that played her in the movie. She didn't want her to play her in the Notori in the Notorious movie. Like, yeah, like I want to hear the whole thing. We haven't really heard anything from Kim as to all of these other things that's been coming out with the movie and stuff like that with Big. Like, I want to hear the whole shebang. If you gonna tell it, boo, tell it. Because if it's gonna be a memoir, I want all the tea from the beginning to the end, all of it. And don't be trying to sugarcoat nothing, because we already know that you was sleeping with Big the whole time, and you got pregnant by him. Like, we know about that, and he told you to get rid of it. Like, we know all of the stories. Just put it in the book and tell it like it is. Okay, that's what I need her to do.
Yeah. Right. Kim, you might have to release this book up on your own, girl.
Yeah, because you know what? I think she had help with writing it, because Little Kim don't strike me as the person that's not a wife. It's just that every drop of tea, exactly. Like, Little Kim gonna be sitting up here writing a book. I'm just saying, like, tell it to somebody who gonna write it, because we just got finished reading the Bunny DeBarge book, and it was so many grammatical errors and stuff up in this book. Please, when you are writing books for your readers to read, please spare them the grammatical errors, okay? Because it sounds like a whole mess.
Yeah, definitely.
Girl, definitely. All right. Let's get into this last little thing, hunty. With your girl Beyonce, we know that she released her perfume and stuff like that, but there is talks that the girl is going on a Vegas residency. Are y'all excited about that for your girl Beyonce? Let's give a good hoo, you know.
Yeah, we're gonna scary right on down to Vegas.
Okay, y'all gonna go to Vegas to see Beyonce perform. It seems like all of the greats are now, in the beginning, and this is what I was saying before. The beginning, Vegas residency was technically for those who were washed up to reboost their careers. That's what it was originally for. But now it seems like it doesn't matter because now that we didn't got that Usher up under there, he didn't came out, and now New Edition is going to Vegas for their residency. Like, it's no longer that type of thing. And of course, we heard Mariah did it. We also had Britney Spears did it as well. Like, it's no longer to reboost those old careers and give them some votes again. It's to sustain the mark of their status, is what I believe now. Like, it's taking a whole new turn. So, absolutely, you would go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would go, but if I could afford it. But I want to see Usher too. I think since they got kids and families now, I think it's a good way for them to still make that tour money without actually having to go on tour.
Yeah, that's a good thing. But I mean, Usher is coming on tour. Like, he's ending his Vegas residency in December, and you guys. I mean, well, yeah, like the first week in December, and then he's here in Detroit, which I'm going to his concert too. He's coming to Detroit. He's starting his tour off in Detroit. I don't know why would you do a whole year of residency and then turn around and go on tour? But that is a good marketing scheme because this residency for him boost his whole stilo. Like, I swear to God, this made everybody put Usher back on the map and started back talking to him. And then, of course, he gave us new music as well. So maybe he's promoting the good song. The album. I don't know if it's an album or he just released a solo. I don't know what he did, but yeah, this kind of like propels him into marketing his album and stuff if he's releasing another one. But yeah, if he can do it, then do it. Okay, you just did a whole year of Vegas residency. Now you going straight into the tour. I'm here for it. I'm gonna be there. Y'all gonna be there, right there.
That's exciting, Sixx. You going to go see Usher on my behalf? I'm happy.
Girl, yes, for my birthday. Yes, honey. Hubby's taking me for my birthday. So I'm really excited about that.
You get up there and you get Usher to come up there and slow grind on
you. Now you already know hubby ain't having no Usher come up there doing no grinding on me at all. That is not happening, okay? And I'm not even I'm close, but I'm not in close proximity to the stage. So normally when I go to concerts, I make sure I be within a few rows from the stage. But the whole thing with Usher, they got them tickets from the scalpers. They bought them rows out, and I was able to get close enough to him, but I'm not that close. So he ain't gonna be climbing up no steps trying to come holler at nobody up there, girl, unless he gonna be flying through the air or something. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, that is not happening. And it's not happening on that watch. Yes, you excited for me to go? Yes, I'm so excited too, Joy. Because I've been on this whole little venture off. Me and hubby been tag teaming, going to these hip-hop concerts and stuff lately. Like, we've been getting out and about. No grinding allowed, Sixx. I don't want to see you on IG, girl. You ain't gonna see me on IG. And I ain't going with my ass cheeks hanging out like Keke Palmer either, honey. No, ma'am. Okay. I'm going the way I need to go. I'm going to enjoy the music. I'm interested in seeing her. I've seen her twice before, and her shows were great. My daughter saw Renaissance twice. in Canada and the second in New Orleans. And she said, Mom, you have to go. Okay. You like Usher a lot? Yes. So your girl is talks a headline at a Vegas residency here at the new Sphere Arena. So I guess it's some new thing they just built, right? According to the New York Post. You know what? Good for Beyonce. Good for Beyonce.
Yeah, go on and make that. You and Jay-Z just making that coin. Damn. I need some of that money, girl.
Yeah, and this is supposed to be the new Sphere Arena, y'all. It looks really nice. Let's buy. And y'all mark this on y'all calendars because this is the first time I didn't talk bad about Beyonce.
Girl, I am shocked and appalled. 6'4". No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, absolutely. She said, Sharon says she'll go if it's not too outrageous in the cost.
Yeah, Sharon. If it's gonna be too expensive, ain't nobody gonna pay no $1,000 to come see. Well, some people will. Let me stop saying ain't nobody.
Yeah.
But we ain't.
And y'all, let me just put this out there because Sharon said, and she got her movie coming out this summer. It's not a movie; it's a concert. She ain't putting out no movie. She giving y'all the concert for those who wasn't able to afford to go. Okay, she putting it all and documented it for you. She give you another musical documentary. Okay, that's what she did with the last one, right? I'm not paying any kind of money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't consider that a movie. It's a concert documentary. If it's just like the last one. Now, I did watch the last documentary. Was it that one? Whatever the one. I don't know. She didn't have a few of them, but if I'm not mistaken, it's the one. The one that I saw was the one where she was, scared to say she was gonna go in there and sleep with her husband or something, and then she was showing how she was jumping off of the yacht and stuff in the water and all of the preparation for the concert and stuff, like the behind the scenes stuff or whatever. Like, y'all know, I've always said that I believe that she is a great entertainer. I think that she is on the same level as an entertainer that demands respect and perfection for her concerts, which is the same way I feel about Michael Jackson and his concerts. Like, he's gonna give it to you, right? That's how I feel about Beyonce. I think her concerts and stuff and her dances and all of that is really good. The singing, that's a whole nother total thing. That's a sidebar conversation. We're gonna keep it positive. I was going to go see that concert documentary, but I'm going to be on the beach in Jamaica when it comes out. Yes, go girl to Jamaica. Okay. Yes. And you can't be in the theaters watching it because you're going to sing and dance. Oh, you don't want to be interrupted joy. I want to see, like, literally, are they bringing it to the theaters, or she just gonna release it on streaming like she did?
That's what I was saying. They better put that on Netflix for me to enjoy in the privacy of my own home, baby.
Girl, so you could turn it out, Shine. So you could do all the single ladies, picking up up in the club. All right, I gotta sing. She said, I gotta sing. Yes. No, it's in the theaters already. It's sold out. Well, I'll be damn. Really? They got it in the theaters.
Oh.
And it's already sold out.
Damn.
That's crazy.
A lot of the people that are buying the tickets, they some true fans because they already went to the damn show.
Right. And so now you're going to sell out the show just to see it again at the movies? Mama Joe said Taylor Swift did the same thing at the movies. Oh, well. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yes, it starts, I think, December 1st or 2nd. Also, she trying to take the limelight for Usher being in the concerts here in Detroit on December the 5th. Everybody gonna be in the theaters. She sure did.
Yeah, they're gonna be out there to see Usher.
They're gonna come out to see Usher. Yeah, they're gonna see Usher. Well, kudos for her, y'all, on her possible Vegas residency. And a shout out to Blue. Blue has been doing so much more better, getting used to being on the stage and performing with her mom. I've been seeing the clips. I think she's doing a lot better than what she was before when Tasha K was trying to drag her, that poor baby. You know, but yeah. So shout out to Blue. Shout out to Blue. Who else am I missing? Did I do everything? Did we go over everything, Sean? I think we did this time.
I think we did, boo. We done covered the list.
Yes, we covered the list, y'all. And I know that this kind of like took way longer than our normal hour time frame. But you know, the last two lives I didn't go live, so we had to kind of like, you know, bring it for this one. Sean, mark the calendar. This is going down in history. That's what Joy said. Mark the calendar. Okay.
Sixx did not trash me. Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna have to tell you, I can't wait till Jerron get back because I got to tell her this, baby.
Girl, I did real good today with the Beyoncé. Why did Tasha talk about that child? Yeah, I don't know. She did. She clowned on Blue.
They say Beyonce and the Illuminati, ever since she did, shit went real downhill for Tasha now. Damn.
Girl, that's what I heard too. It ain't looking good for Tasha. And now she finna get sued 2 times more. It really ain't looking good for her. Yeah, Sixx didn't trash back. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, I kept it positive. But you know what? There was no need to clown. There was no need to clown. I'm happy that she's doing a residency. Possibly giving those who really couldn't afford the concert tickets maybe an opportunity to come to Vegas and see her. I hope that the tickets don't be sky high like the concert tickets was, because that first in the beginning they were out. Them scalpers, they really upped the price of those tickets when they bought out the tickets. So and I know that they all buy the tickets out, and that's what be making the prices go up. But I was like, geez, they wanted an arm, a leg, a lung. Your first couple of born and their borns, okay? Like they literally was going through it. So. Good job. Shout out to everyone. Thank y'all so much for joining. Okay, boom. Let's get it. We really appreciate it. Shout out to the girl Shawn The Gossip. Giving us the tea. Yes. And shout out to y'all for joining in and sticking in with us for this 2.5 hour long live, boo. I guarantee that the only reason why is because we was going through court documents and all. Okay. My daughter paid $225 in Canada, and she and our son paid $250 in New Orleans. That's not bad. That's regular concert ticket amount. Because for certain concert people, I'm going to pay up to a certain amount. Like with look, what I told y'all, like with New Edition, my cutoff was like 300 or 325. It was somewhere around there. Like you got to make sure that you stay within budget. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna go to that This Is It Michael Jackson concert, and I told hubby, honey, we gonna pay up to $1,000 for this one. I told him, I was like, I'm gonna take my tax money and we gonna save it. We gonna get these tickets. We gonna get as close as the $1,000 will let us get for the tickets, and that's for 2. So that means our cap would have been somewhere about $500 a piece. Okay. So
I know that's right.
I was trying to do it for Michael Jackson now, because I had never seen him in concert, and I was like, he said, "This is it." When 50 Cent said this was the hit, I was like, we gotta go. This is last tour. He ain't doing no more tours. We got to go. So when they come out saying this is it, that's the final tour, we not doing no more, y'all go see it, because they're gonna give y'all a real good show, because this is it. They're gonna go out with a bang. This is it, right? So shout out to them, okay? And yes, I would have been all up in that Michael Jackson. If they would have had me on video, y'all would have seen me clowning, okay? They just would not have carried my body lifeless off to the side of the stage, but I would have been there for Mike, okay? Concert had me crying. It had you crying. This is it. I know, right? Because I was like, this is it, Mike? For real? But shit, yeah, this is it. Y'all didn't know, but Michael didn't like Torn. He hated it. That was one of his. The one thing about the music industry and the part that he didn't like, he hated Torn. He did not like it because it was so hard on his body, which I get for people that actually do dancing and stuff like that. All that practicing and rehearsing and stuff and making sure everything is together. It's really hard on your body. And he was in his 60s, so damn sure he was hurting and tired, and it was it. He was slower than normal, you know, but he was gonna give it to us. He was gonna give it to us, and I would have been there, right? Shit.
That was gonna be our bomb show.
That was gonna be good, Sean. I'm telling you, I would have been hyped all up in there, girl. You would have gave me all of the songs from ABC to Thriller to Bad to, you know, all the way up. Just keep on climbing, all of it. I would have been there for all of it, singing every last word.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes. I want to thank y'all for joining in, y'all. We will check into this whole thing and keep y'all updated on all these lawsuits. And we will see y'all next Saturday, 8 o'clock. Y'all stay safe out here. And
good night, beautiful people, and happy holiday coming up.
Happy holidays, yes. Ta-ta.
Bye.
Bye.